Hi there, my lovelies. So pomegranates are one of my favorite fruits, and I do not miss an opportunity to cook with them. They taste amazing, and they also have that beautiful, rich red color that makes any dessert look awesome. I know that we just had a holiday pass, and I literally haven't even had a time to take down my Christmas decorations, but I thought I'd get a kickstart on Valentine's Day and show you a fun dessert you can make with your loved ones, or maybe someone you're trying to impress. So let me teach you how to make these individual pomegranate cheesecakes. First, we want to start by making our pomegranate jam. Add your pomegranate juice, sugar, and orange juice into a pot and bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, bring down the heat just a little so it's more like a simmer. You definitely want to make sure to scrape up any gunk that comes to the top. Let it boil for about 7 to 10 minutes. You definitely don't want to boil your jam for too long, otherwise it will get hard. To prevent this from happening, put a plate in the freezer before you start your jam so it's nice and cold. Then place a bit of the liquid on the plate when you think it's almost done, and then taste it. Once you get the consistency that you want, your jam is done. That's about the right texture, nice and jammy. Now let's add our jam to a container and let it chill in the fridge while we work on our cheesecake base. You want to start your cheesecake base by beating your room temperature cream cheese in a bowl. Next, you want to add your sugar, eggs, sour cream, heavy cream, and vanilla extract. Then you want to add your salt and flour. The reason we add flour is it helps the cheesecake thicken up and prevents it from cracking, but if you like a fluffier cheesecake, you can totally take it out. I bought these rubber cupcake molds at my local kitchen supply store. I found that they make it much easier to remove the cheesecake without any mess. Now we're going to add our crust to the bottom of our rubber cupcake molds, and using a small glass, push down on the crumbs to help even them out. Then give it a spray with baking spray to prevent it from sticking, and then add in your cheesecake mixture. We're going to pop these in the oven at 350 degrees and let them cook for about an hour with a piece of tin foil on top to prevent browning. Why don't you go ahead and click on that little red button below and subscribe to my channel while we wait for these to bake. So when they're done, turn off the oven and crack the door open before removing the cheesecake. Let them sit in the oven for about 20 minutes before removing them and placing them on a cooling rack. You want to do this because if the cheesecakes cool too quickly, they'll deflate. Once they're finished cooling, place them in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours. This recipe actually cooks up to 2 dozen cheesecakes, but I just showed you a dozen. All cheesecakes taste better when they've been sitting in the refrigerator for at least a day, so I recommend making this recipe the day before. A couple of you guys have commented on my aprons, and this is one of my favorites. It's from my friend Ellen over at Hedley and Bennett. I'm not sponsored by her at all, but I just love her aprons. I had to tell you about them. This one's double-sided, reversible. It's amazing. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check them out. And let's get back to cooking. I don't know why, but I just think it's so fun to crack open a pomegranate. But the best part of this recipe is you can use any fruit you like and change it up seasonally. So now we're just going to take our cheesecake out of our mold. Do you see how simple that was? Just slides right off. Now we're going to add our pomegranate jam right on top. You can just give it a little drizzle on the sides too. Doesn't that look amazing? Oh my god, that looks so good. Why do I have a feeling that your stomach is growling for cheesecake right now? Make sure to subscribe to my channel because I have more recipes coming up for Valentine's Day that you're not going to want to miss. Bye, my lovelies. Have a good Valentine's Day. Mwah.